Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Natasha Jonas moves to 16 wins with 9 KOs, 2 defeats, 1 draw, and picks up what I think is her 5th world title, if you exclude the IBO, losing count. Yeah, she won the WBC welterweight title from Ivana Habazin of Croatia. She already held the IBF title, which she won from Candy Wyatt in mid-2023. She defended it in January, I think, of this year against Michaela Mayer. I'm someone who thought Michaela Mayer won that fight. Close fight, tough fight, but I did think Michaela edged it. Michaela's since beaten Sandy Ryan under some very distasteful circumstances. I won't go into that. But yeah, Natasha at the end of her career, I mean, she's 40 now, and she had too much of everything for IVANA Habazin. Habazin came in with a good record. You know, she was 23 wins, 7 KOs, 5 defeats, only stopped once. It was a long, long time ago. She's 35. So the younger woman, 5'8", from Croatia. She's held belts, I think, at welterweight before and 154 also. But she lost virtually every round. I think I gave her one of the early rounds, maybe early on. But Jonas just sort of old womaned her, you know what I mean? Used all that experience as a very successful amateur and all the pro experience she's got, including, you know, a hard-to-believe early defeat, which was stoppage in 4 rounds to Vivian Obernerf. That seems like a lifetime ago. It was actually six years ago. I think it was 2018, I think. And she also lost unanimous decision to Katie Taylor as well, which is, and on a draw with Terry Harper. But that was down at, you know, super feather lightweight. That's all, you know. Harper fight was super feather. That was a draw, which I thought she won. Katie Taylor, close fight, lightweight fight. Could have gone either way, I thought. And then she suddenly left. She left Sky, seemingly sort of in no man's land. And whatever you say about Ben Shalom and Boxer, they worked wonders with Natasha Jonas. Got her all these belts, all these opportunities. She's stuck with Joe Gallagher, who's a trainer. And does he manage her as well? I'm not sure, he might do. But he's always stuck up for Natasha, and Natasha has achieved a tremendous amount and made some good money as well. And now Habazin she looks like the bigger woman. She looked like the bigger woman. I know Natasha's a bit sort of bottom heavy, if you know what I mean. But Habazin just looked to be taller, broader, bigger. But she just couldn't do anything with Jonas. Jonas had just too much nous, too much craftiness, and was able to pick spots. It wasn't an entertaining fight. It just wasn't. It was too one-sided and too conservative a fight, because she was just picking her spots and scoring the points and, you know, pacing herself perfectly. It was all very one-paced, which is probably why it was a bit dull. But Habazin just didn't let her hands go enough. She's an orthodox fighter. Natasha's southpaw. She did turn southpaw in one of the middle rounds, perhaps out of desperation, I don't know, but didn't confuse Jonas. Jonas just carried on. Habazin, yeah, I don't think she stung Jonas at all at any point. She didn't really land many clean punches throughout the whole fight, but then she wasn't throwing nearly enough to beat Jonas. I mean, you're not going to outpoint the girl. Never mind the fact that she's in Liverpool, and this was supposed to be her final appearance in Liverpool. You know, you've got to do better. You've got to let your hands go. You've got to leave it all in the ring. And she just didn't seem to have any kind of imagination in there. I mean, she's a very sort of basic sort of textbook fighter. Comes in a bit square on. In the 4th round, Natasha clocked her with a right hook, which actually shook Habazin. She sort of stuttered backwards, and I mean, you thought for a moment she might go over, or she was badly stunned, but by the next round, no problem. She was fine. Her head had cleared. She is a good fighter, Habazin. I mean, the top people beat her. Like Terry Harper beat her about 18 months ago, 20 months ago, maybe. And that was, I think, at 150. Was that WBA 154 pound? I think it might have been. She lost unanimously over 10 rounds. Harper won most of the rounds. Habazin, I think, might have. I don't know whether she won any rounds against Clarissa Shields. That was in 2020. We go back a decade. She was fighting Cecilia Brækhus, getting outpointed. So she's never quite reached the top, the sort of elite female fighters echelon, but she's still, you know, good enough to beat those sort of B minus fighters. And as we know, there is a dearth of talent, or a lack of talent actually, on, you know, in the women's game in many divisions, and she's been able to sort of make a few quid and pick up some belts. So she's had a good career, and she is a good fighter. But Jonas just knew too much, way too much. And even though it wasn't an exciting fight, it was a very, very good performance. A controlled, highly disciplined performance by Jonas, who will probably now go on to face Lauren Price. Lauren has a belt, and won very, very impressively on the same card. They had words afterwards, I think. There were some words spoken. Lauren seemed quite energetic, hyped up. Natasha's probably a bit more sagely, being 40 years old, you know. But that'll be an interesting matchup. And Lauren was looking good. Lauren this evening looked very, very good. And Natasha will need all of her experience and all of her skills to beat Lauren Price, because don't forget, Natasha started her pro life as a, you know, super featherweight, and up at welterweight. You know, she does look a bit small at welterweight, but we'll see. Anyway, what did you think? What do you think? This was the final performance in Liverpool for Natasha Jonas. So we're told. Things can change, of course. But let me know what you think about her career. What about the matchup with Lauren Price? Do you think she's going to beat Lauren, or do you think Lauren is the new guard coming into, you know, the new taking over from the old? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching the video. Please like it if you did like it. Hit the like button. And also, if you could subscribe if you're new. That helps us out a great deal, so we can build up the channel. Thank you very much. Looking forward to reading your comments as always, and bye for now.